Right, every film's got to start somewhere, so here we are, we're loaded up, ready to go. I've just got to put Marina on board now, which is no easy thing to do, but we make do. And at the moment we're just waiting for James to arrive. I'm all fueled up, got food on board, everything we need, just got to load up and go. And here he is now. So, you ready to go camping?
After what I just spent, no.
Ah, well.
And the ironic thing is, that was just diesel.
Oh yes, yes, I had to buy mine yesterday. This thing's well worn out, but it still keeps on lighting fires, so good value for money. Alright, so here's our gratuitous campfire shot, campfire day one. We've cooked our meal and everything's packed away. We're just sitting here relaxing. There's James over there, and over here we have Marina sitting there. You can barely see her, she's just a silhouette. We do have lights on in here, but it's not, I think that background light's too bright maybe. Anyway, thing is that at the moment the wheelchair has failed us miserably. It's broken down, will not work properly, so yeah, I'm going to address that tomorrow. If we can't fix it, we'll just have to treat it as a dead duck. But anyway, on the other hand though, we are comfortable in our camp for the first time. It is a very pleasant night, no rain, no particular strong wind. It's a very pleasant night. And of course, our fire is looking a little bit miserable, but we don't really need a great deal of fire. It's just enough to keep the mosquitoes away, that's all. So the fancy wheelchair that we brought from Marina has proven to be very ineffective. In fact, it's served us well on previous trips, but on this trip it's decided to have a coronary, and it's not only not doing what it's supposed to do, but on top of that it's now a massive weight that we can't deal with. We've got to somehow get it onto the trailer, but the problem with that is that even if we do, we've got to get it off again before we can set the camper up again next time. So we're thinking about dropping it off at one of the Lions members, see if they'll look after it for us for a while. Hello. So we've stopped in Ravensthorpe for lunch, something which we frequently have done before. But this time we have a deliberate motive. We've been in touch with the local hospital to see if we can borrow a wheelchair, and unfortunately so far no result. But we're currently waiting for a phone call from a lady who might have a spare wheelchair. and so if we don't hear from them, we may have to move on to Esperance, see if we can get one there.
As you can see, we have given up waiting in Ravies. We are now going to go straight to Esperance and hopefully find one in an op shop somewhere. Who knows? Only time will tell. At least I get to take going to Esperance off my list because I've never been there before.
So this is the morning of day 3, and well, the sky's not looking too bad. Feels a bit nipply. It got down to minus 0.1 degree last night, which is pretty cold by anyone's imagination. Yes, we are in Kamal. We've camped here many times before. But yesterday we spent quite a lot of time faffing around, having to go to various hospitals, and eventually we got a wheelchair for Marina. So that problem is resolved. Unfortunately though, the main reason we had the other chair was to use the elevator to get Marina into the camper, and at the moment we're having to lift her in by hand, but at least we can move her around. So that's something. Yep. Stop in Norseman. We didn't buy any fuel, but we did use the toilets, and now we're heading to Baladonia well, that's where we're going to start the off-road stuff. So our first camp is around about 30 kilometres from Baladonia, and yeah, from there on we'll just work out where we're going to go. We're heading up north, that's as much as we know at the moment. Just see how we go. Marina's filming this with one hand, and that's why it's a little bit crooked. But at least she's doing her old job. She used to do this sort of stuff all the time. So anyway, good times.
And we're finally on the Baladonia Xanthus track. As you can see, it's, well, technically it is a road. Technically. It's a good thing it is warm and dry, because this track will be hard when wet.
We're just checking the immediate perimeter, that is to say walking distance for a wuss. So about 100 metres in any direction will do nicely. We're just looking in case there's something unexpected like a dead body or any reason why we shouldn't be camping here. But while I'm at it, I'm also looking for firewood, and so far everything I've seen is shit. I mean crap. There's termites here, and so a lot of the wood is rotten. So these holes in the ground, I thought they were ant holes. I think they might actually be termite holes, because we check it. See, I'm always suspicious if it's lying on the ground like that. Yeah, see, that's termite. so haven't seen anything worthwhile yet. Probably won't either. And I'm not even going to pick anything up unless I know it's good wood, because... Oh, here's a game trail. Well, well, well. So, what do you reckon it could be? I'm thinking it could be kangaroos, I suppose. More likely it's let's see what we've got here. Round. Could be wombats maybe. Oh, some nasty spider webs here. Look at that, it's like a fishnet. That is serious. Well, I'm not going to walk through that. I'm seeing another clearing over there, which I'm curious about, but I definitely don't want to walk through that spider web. So, there we go. Turn out it's not a clearing. Oh, another game trail. Okay, so we can expect some animal activity tonight, most definitely. Because there's our camp over there, and the game trail goes directly to that camp. Oh dear, another one over here. So, yeah, we can expect some animal activity, alright? Alright, so here we are. This is the morning of day 4, and you can see we've already packed up. We've had our breakfast and put the fire out, and now we're just having another rest before we eventually leave. But this is a very non-campsite campsite. It's basically just bush, and yeah, it's quite pleasant. No traffic at all. Lovely.
k's, and well, now I've hit 70. Whoops. So I'll just slow back down again because I do have all 4 tyres setting at 25 psi, so I better not go too fast.
Don't know exactly what it's for. Like I said, I would swear that there was a building built on top of that, and maybe it's some sort of processing plant where they process whatever it is they're mining here. But it's quite a remarkable structure, to say the least. Okay, I think I'll head over this way. The trouble with this place is the flies are so intense, they would literally eat your life. I sprayed myself with fly repellent, but it doesn't seem to have any real effect. So, okay, I probably shouldn't go any further because I don't really know what this is. I mean, what if I was right that it's a nuclear, it's got nothing to do with nuclear. I don't know what they were mining here, but imagine if it was uranium or something like that, and this was a processing plant. Then, but looking at the type of material here, this concrete, it's not concrete at all, it's bitumen of some sort, but it's been put on top of, I guess you call that a road surface. So I don't think it was intended to last forever. I don't know how well it held the water back, but it must have held the water. And I see a pipe over there. It was obviously I'm pumping water in or pumping water out, whatever. Don't know. Fascinating though, absolutely fascinating. Certainly not the sort of thing that I was expecting. I mean, I was expecting there to just be a big pool of water, because with the drone we're actually able to see the original water pool that we came here for, which it's called a soak. So anyway. In a way, one of the clever things about this particular camera that I'm using is James can actually be logged in on his phone right now, and he can actually see what I see. And when you think that James can't really walk very far, even if he has got a walking stick, he still can't walk very far. So definite limitations to what he can do. So it's ironic, isn't it, in many ways, that of the three of us, I'm the fittest, even though I'm probably going to be the one that's going to go first, depending on how badly this cancer turns out. But yeah, we're a strange bunch. I mean, James has got multiple sclerosis, Marina's had a stroke, and I've got cancer, and here we are, we're doing what we do, and we're not doing this for the film, we do this for ourselves all the time, and we enjoy it. Oh, that's right, I wanted to show you this rickety bridge over here. We came across this bridge when we came in, and there's nothing holding this together. Like, these railway sleepers are literally just sitting on top of the steel girders, and you see they're not even, some of them not even sitting on it. So it's quite remarkable that it takes our weight. Now that I've seen that, I'm probably going to be a little bit concerned trying to get back out again, but anyway, we'll deal with that when we come to it. But I did notice some more stonework over here, and if I could be bothered going all the way over to where the soak is, it's quite a long way from here, but absolutely amazing. I've gone to a lot of trouble to do this, and it would be nice to have seen how it all looked in the days when they did it, what it was all for. Maybe there's some documentaries, yeah, historical videos showing what it was all for. But this is very different to going to your average tourist spot, because, you know, there's no planned tour, there's no, well, no anything really, just a very interesting place to be. That's all I can say about that. So I've decided that these small rock walls are all designed to channel the water down the mountain into the soak, and also that one there to the right would be to direct water into the tank itself. Yeah, it just means that any rainwater that's running down these rocks all ends up in the huge tank, and on the other side into the soak. So it seems like a good idea. So we sped this little bit up here so that you can see it without, you know, having to watch it in real time. But I was absolutely fascinated by all these different rock formations that were, I think they're rather pretty, and little water pools there and a few things. But we're aiming to try to get up to the peak just to have a look around to see what's here and how big this place really is. Obviously it's far more effective to be able to do that with a drone, but unfortunately the drone footage that we took failed, and so we're unable to share that with you. But as we get to the top, we come across another one of those walls, and in this case it's designed obviously to direct the water into the soak itself. And because we've gone this far, I decided we will go to the soak, and you can actually see that the water is directing directly into the soak. And obviously you've got to walk around the different trees and things, and yeah, got to walk within your abilities, that's what they say. But if you look at all these fascinating rocks, they're rather pretty. And I don't know for sure what it was that they quarried here, but in this area there is a lot of small quarries, areas that they've cut out that are well, fascinating to say the least. Nice flat areas, ideal for camping in. Obviously you wouldn't camp here though, it's a little bit too lumpy, but in the quarry areas. And who would camp in a quarry? Well, we've camped in quarries before, and because of James's condition, we need flat ground, and also the wheelchair rolls better on flat ground as well. So here we are approaching the soak, and you can see another one of those small rock walls that, yeah, I'm absolutely convinced that these are here to direct water into the soak. I've achieved that though. Look at this. This is the soak. And what I saw with the drone was this wall, which with loose handrails still allows me to walk across. James wouldn't, because he would wobble and fall in. So, you know, and I'm getting a bit nervous even, to be honest, because I fear heights, and I get a strange tingly feeling whenever I'm high up. As I look on one side, it doesn't look too bad. That's fairly shallow there, but then you look at the other side, and holy mackerel, that makes me tingle, alright. That does. And I don't know how reliable this handrail is when it's been here for many years. For that matter, even the wall that I'm walking on may not be all that reliable. Handrail stopped suddenly. Oops. Oh dear. Do I keep going? What's that down there? That looks like some serious pipe work. Yes. Okay, so they must have been pumping the water from here over to that other area that I showed you before. Now, I was planning to try to go to that wall, but I'm suddenly thinking I'm not going to, because I genuinely do fear heights. So I'm going to go back. Starting to feel better now. We're getting a bit lower. A bit lower. Okay. So we'll now go around the outside, and time to head back to the camp. So I suppose in effect I've inadvertently given you the grand tour. I had no idea that I was going to end up there. But I know that if I head over in this direction, I should head back to the camp. In fact, to make life easier myself, if I go down this gentle slope, am I really saving any effort? Probably not. Well, at least I'm getting a grip on these rocks. If that moss was wet and slippery, well, I could end up breaking a very expensive camera. Okay. At this point I'm not sure which is the easiest way home, but we'll go down this way a little way. So I say we, because after you've kept me company this long, you also stay with me. Here we go, we've got this wall here. I reckon this wall will go down to where I started off at. The flies are so friendly that even when you try to shoo them away, they don't care. They just don't care. Okay, so alright, now at this point I'm inclined to think I need to go this way. Right. 6 1 doesn't. I think I'll go this way. Probably easier. But oh, there's evidence of cows here. Cow pats and the like. Anyway, so here we are back at the camp. So this is the morning of day 5, and here we are just getting ready to pack up. It's quite pleasant. The birds have been singing, and up there you can see one of the many bits of rock construction that's going around here. There's all these little walls everywhere. I'd love to have seen what this place looked like in its heyday. It probably would have been quite pretty.
Good.
So James suggested that we stop for a morning tea. It seemed like a good idea at the time. When I went to go to the fridge to get something from Marina, it turned out I had no power. And I can't explain to you why, but I've lost all power to the whole front of the camper. So now what I've done is I've ended up having to cut the fridge wire, splice it into a section of the rear camper. The fridge is now running. But yeah, when I get to the camp I'll have to try to find out why I've lost power. It's not the circuit breaker, I'll check that. But anyway, so this is a bit dodgy what I'm doing, because I've actually had to run it through most of the camper to get here, and I've got to somehow close this door, which I don't know if I'm even going to be able to do that. Oh yeah, actually that was remarkably easy actually. And
is the fridge working?
Yes, it is. I checked it already while you were getting the camera. So now, so that's another door closed. And now finally, if I can close the third door, then I've effectively rerouted the EPS conduit. Only Star Trek people will understand that reference. Oh dear. No, I don't think I'm going to get over that with the third one. What I can do, if I push the fridge in, I might be able to get a few more. But there it is, it's running and it's showing correct temperature, so oops. But I've got no light in here. There's obviously just no power in this section, so
and that goes with the lock's not locking yesterday.
yeah.
Or day before.
So you notice I made extra effort to make sure that it was locked. So, oh bugger, that will get a bit of dust in there. You see, that's the thing, these roads, they absolutely pound everything, and yeah, all kinds of damage occurred. Righto, so now, with those few extra millimetres, if I can get it to set up into that corner. Yes! And we're good to go. Successful repair. Temporary, because I'll eventually have to, fix this properly, but at least we'll keep the fridge running for today. Anyway, we're off. We all get used to the overreaction from roadworks, where they put up a million signs slowing you down to 40 kilometres an hour, and you've got to have people flagging you and orange cones everywhere, and yeah, the whole thing just seems ridiculous. More than once, Marina and I have come across roads where there's no warning whatsoever. There's suddenly out of the blue, there's a grader digging up the road, and he's actually, one time he even had to make a path for us to get through. So, and this is such a situation where the road is being graded right in front of us. There's the grader, and he's just getting on with what he's doing, and we're just passing him on the left, and everything's perfectly all right. There's absolutely no reason for overreaction. So this is our campsite for day 5. We're at Cave Hill, and we decided it's too windy here, so we're just going to move closer to the cliff where we get a bit of protection. James is taking the firewood down to the campfire site, and I decided to move my camper whole rather than folding it up. A bit risky, but I I figured it'll be alright, and as it turns out, it was quite effortless. Looks funny though, but yeah, it's I can't say it's really that hard to do. I could have just simply folded it back over, but I guess I was just being lazy.
This is the morning of day 6 and it's very early in the morning obviously. Yes, we can hear the birds are really having a hell of a time singing. Moon's still up. But yeah, as much as I don't like being up at this time of day, it is a beautiful time. If we come around here, we'll see one of the strange creatures that live here. For the moment. It's so dark you can hardly see them, but anyway.
We're ready to leave Cave Hill. The plan for today is to head to Higginsville and then down south to Peak Charles. Should be a good day. Here we are in the middle of nowhere and we've got roadworks. I don't understand it. I just turned the camera on because we've got roadworks.
Yeah, and I'm sort of thinking, what could they possibly be doing to the road?
I don't know, but it's worth turning the camera on for it.
I think you're already driving on their idea of the new improved road.
Well, it feels like it was graded sometime between now and 1950. Okay, either the other track's a chicken track or this one's a chicken track. No, I think I took the chicken track, and that would be the roadworks.
Yes, the ribbons do seem to give that away.
Yeah, and here's another roadwork sign. Oops, I did not take the roadworks.
Well, morning of day 7, and yeah, it's been raining overnight.
Yeah, that's weird. I slowed down because you were slowing down. I can feel the wheels starting to dig in. It's like, keep moving or you're going to get stuck.
Yeah, I was just slowing down for the water crossing. That doesn't have... I just slowed down for the water crossing that has forgotten to have water.
Just another disappointment.
Yeah, but there's never been water in there.
I can wish.
Yeah, I've left Peak Charles. We're back on the gravel. There was nothing there really took forward driving. There was one section which was a bit nasty and looked like the previous person had gone bogged. I put the diff locker and engaged 4 high, mainly because they had branches in the ruts and I had no idea what the condition was like underneath it. So, no harm, no foul. We're now on the gravel road just south of Peak Charles, heading back towards South Coast Highway and Ravensthorpe. The last 150 k's before we get to home, we decided to wuss out because it's windy. I'm being serious. It's windy. That's why we're wussing out, because it's too fucking hard to put the gazebo in the awnings up. Well, as you can see, I have a passenger. Instead of having all of the shit on the seat, we now have Mother. Say hello, Mother.
Hello, Mother.
That's good enough. Oh, that's all do for the trip.
Well, I say you can eat an elephant one bite at a time. This is how it's done. And that was a whole elephant. Look, it's been reduced down to that now.
It wasn't a whole elephant, it was most of a cow.
This demonstration is to deal with a pre-purchased fire lighter from Zippo, which we're going to light with a match. Not the same, I know, but we tried it yesterday with the flint and it didn't work. These matches have been lying around for a long time. Righto. If you can't find anything else, use a cigarette lighter.